Have you already failed and relapsed at No Nut November? Then, brother, I want to talk to you about number one, why did you start this goal this month? Number two, what do you need to be thinking about right now? How do you need to be looking at this failure, this relapse? And then number three, what is the next step for you to take? Now, depending on where you are right now, if you're watching this video, you're probably a little bit disappointed in yourself. You know, you set a goal. I want to go to the month of November, no porn, no masturbation, no orgasm. Yet here we are, the 10th of November already, or maybe whenever it is you're watching this. You've already slid back. Less than a third of the way through, you've already returned back to the behavior that you were dedicated to living out without this entire month. So number one, we must evaluate and ask ourselves, why did we even embark upon this journey? Because if you only made it this far, then brother, I can probably guarantee you there wasn't a strong enough reason why you started. Were you maybe entertained, maybe interested in what going a month without porn and masturbation was going to do for you? Or were you committed to living a month without it? Because you knew that the behavior, you knew that the consumption, you knew that the porn, masturbation, and orgasm was having a direct and negative impact on you and how you're showing up in the world and what you're able to produce and what you're able to create. Now, if the answer to the question is closer to the second response, then brother, I want to encourage you to pick yourself back up and realize that you slipped back, you relapsed, and you failed. Not because you can't go without porn and masturbation for an entire month. The only reason you failed is you didn't have a strong and sound enough plan. So if you could look at and identify, okay, where were there gaps in my thinking, in my behavior, and what I was allowing myself to consume, and how I was allowing myself to show up. So identify where the holes and gaps were, fill these holes back up, and it leads us to step three. Get back on the cart, brother. Because here's the thing. If the answer to the first question was I was attempting to go this month without porn and masturbation because I directly felt that there was a negative impact in my life that porn and masturbation was having, it was preventing me from showing up in the way that I want to, in the way that I know that I can. So if that's the reason why, and you've identified where the holes and gaps were in your thinking and in your behavior, then you should still fulfill your promise to yourself. And that's why you need to get back up. And it doesn't matter that it's not the 1st of November. Because here's the thing. No Nut November is only going without porn for the month of November. But if there was a negative impact on your life, then does that mean in December 1 you were planning on returning back to it? And if the answer to that question is no, then why does not starting on November 11th make sense? Because 30 days is just going to take you to December 10th. So it's the same length of time. It just doesn't appear the same on a calendar. But if you truly want to change your life because you're seeing that there's negative effects that porn is having on your life, then we want to provide you some help and tools along the way. So down there in the first pinned comment below, I'm going to put a link to our free book. It's the 7-step guide to living life without porn. Over 4,000 men have embarked upon this journey through this book to help them conquer their porn addiction by rerouting and rewiring their brain. So I'm going to link it down in the pinned comment below. But brother, do not let one slip, one failure, one relapse take you off the journey of overcoming this porn addiction and becoming the man that you were created to be. We want to lock arms with you here at Rebuilt Recovery. Coach Frank, I love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.